Yeah, empty bottles of red wine laying on the floor from last night. We got a little drunk, yeah. Now I'm a little numb. Spending hours by your bedside, talking till it's dark out somehow. Can get you off my.
Hi, y'all. Welcome back to Snack Cackle Talk, and I am your host, Lacey.
And I am Monica.
And we brought the shenanigans with us,
Mr. Wilson.
Mr. Wilson.
What you call it?
He already done started, y'all. He already was aggravating us. Um. Okay, so today is Hot Topic Tuesday, and like I was telling Monica that I kind of didn't want to talk about this topic because everybody and their dead ancestors already done talked about it, but let's just go on and bring it back up once again because it is still a hot topic. Shadur Sanders with how he was mistreated for this draft. And just to kind of highlight that he was not the only one that was prank called,
By the same person.
So today's topic is uh I can't even remember what my topic was, but I know I said something about
You did ask me what something
who
new.
who's going what are the consequences behind these actions.
Lacey,
Yes.
you asked me if there was something new.
Okay, first of all, you just jump in here out of the blue talking about something
Well, if
new
I don't tell you now, I'm
in the
gonna
middle.
Well, let him get it out. Let him get it out.
the owner said that they didn't pick him up because of his off-field antics. Said that he was too cocky off-field and he was entitled.
Well, what do they expect?
That ain't nothing
Look at who
new.
his daddy is.
That's
They
a part
said
of the conversation.
He said that he was entitled and that his dad didn't make it any better. That was what
Okay,
came out
a lot
today.
of okay, so that's a part of what we're gonna talk about on Shadur on his own. But first, let's get into this prank call. Okay, so no, Shadur is not the only one that was prank call. Okay, so
By the same person,
yeah,
correct?
so well they didn't specify,
I'm quite sure it's from the
but
same
it was
person.
said that this young man called other players. That's what was said.
So therefore, that apology that was written where he was talking about it was a mistake.
It was an empty
No,
apology.
it was not a mistake. You purposefully did this because you knew what you were doing. You were taking away from this young man's celebratory moment, and you get a slap on the wrist.
Yeah, it's like what are the consequences behind these actions is what I want to know. Like who gets punished? An apology for public humiliation is not good
No,
enough.
it's not. For
Now,
one, me personally, I feel number one, his father should be punished. He needs a hefty fine because there's no way his son should be able to get access to that information, and the son needs to be punished as well. For one, not only calling one person but calling multiple people.
I agree.
He had access to too much information.
I agree. Now I do feel like basically I'm not gonna make this into a race thing because when I looked up everybody else that was pranked, Shadur is the only Black American. How many of y'all stop calling us African Americans? We're all not from Africa. Black American that was prank called in this batch of players that were pranked. The rest of them were all white.
Wow.
Or they didn't release the name of two people because they were getting cut.
It doesn't matter. He still called.
Well, we don't know if they were black or white though.
It doesn't matter. I mean, I don't care if you were black, white, orange, green, yellow.
It's public humiliation
Right.
that you did. Now it's just fortunate. I'm not gonna say unfortunate. It is fortunate for Shadur that he and his brother were filming live, so this nonsense was caught for a reason.
Yeah,
It was caught for a reason because who's to say that this has never happened before?
it probably has.
You know, and absolutely nothing. No case of action was brought these perpetrators.
And that's why he felt comfortable doing it to multiple people.
Right.
It's happened before. Or he's done something else like this before.
Yeah, I agree. I agree 100%. Now, I have now listen. Now, I have now if I can just get myself figured out over here. Okay.
Come on, let's get it. Yeah.
Well, I'm trying to. But for some reason it's not showing it's not showing the way that I need for it to show. If that makes sense. I don't know why. Now, last week I was able to get Shannon Sharp up here. But today I'm not able to get Shadur up here. And listen, I can see Shadur, but you guys cannot see Shadur. Now, if you are just now hopping on this feed, today is Hot Topic Tuesday, and we are speaking on what everybody else has already spoken on. I already said the wrong word. Speak on.
Oh, get it together. Get it together.
Y'all see, I'm tired.
Which
What
means
they
this
had
might
our-
not be a long live.
What everybody else has already spoken about. Okay. About Shadur. Now, I did not have a football team. But now, because of how bad they have treated Shadur, I am going to support his team. I want to see what he's going to bring to the table.
For the Cleveland Browns.
We're Cowboy fans.
No. You're in that league by your damn self.
I don't know why everybody thinks that because you're in Texas,
They don't even support Houston.
you have to be a Cowboys fan. No.
Houston is sorry. What are you talking about?
No. We're not going to put sorry behind Houston when Dallas done stepped to the forefront.
Houston is sorry.
And they've been sitting there for the past few years.
You know what? Dallas cannot win one game and people still going to be pro Dallas.
It's America's team.
No, it's not.
Yep.
It is not.
Used to be.
It is not.
The best team in the
Don't.
world.
That is a matter of opinion.
Sure is. Because they not mine. Now, I will say that when they gave Dak that spot as a preliminary test, is what I'm calling it, he showed up and showed out, and the team was ready to play for him. Their second year, he got a little bit too much oxygen to the brain because his head got big. That third year, he been trash every year since. So, but no, Dallas ain't never been my team.
I don't think I really ever had a football team. I was more of a basketball.
I'm more of a player team. I pick players, specific players that I support.
Cheering and everything at that Dallas game we went to.
Huh? Since he brought it up, y'all, let me tell y'all. People like to see the wild side of me come out.
Oh, snap.
Now, I got to this game trying to be cute. I won't lie. Then got up there, didn't realize what I was walking into and could barely get up the steps. And everybody had to help me down the steps because I wore some heels. Some probably anywhere 3 to 6 inch heels. And but back then I wore some pretty high heels, so they might have been close to. They might have been what is that? There was some pretty high heels
Last night.
But I went up there to see who was that that was playing, baby.
I think you go see Dallas and the Jets because
No, I know the team.
you want to see Brett Favre and T.O.
Yeah, that's who I went to go see. And man, when I tell you, for one, the seats. Now I'll never go to another pro game again because it's so uncomfortable. The person in front of you is basically sitting on your knees, and you're sitting on the person behind your knees. And every time somebody got to get up out the aisle, everybody got to stand up and lean back to let the person pass. And you just paying entirely too much money for that kind of discomfort. And then the whole time you're sitting up there and you're depending on the TV screen, which you could have did at home for free, to watch the game down low. So, no. And then you got people screaming in your ear before the game even gets started. So there go a headache waiting to happen right there. And me, I was about to have a whole altercation with a lady if she didn't sit her end down somewhere and shut up. Because she was already lit before the game got started. So I'm just not, that's not my life. I can't do it. The experience seemed like I was going to enjoy it until all that happened. And then I realized I couldn't see the game.
Everybody was cheering for you because you made the lady shut up the rest of the game.
Yeah, they did.
You made her shut up.
Misha got mad and she turned around for to get up to say something. I grabbed her and turned her back around.
He yanked me back down in my seat.
I'm pulling to you, Misha. Like, this what you did last
And
week?
everybody started clapping. They were laughing and clapping. But I tell you, she shut up though. Now I guess her husband must have told her to be quiet.
That's a
He
shit.
did. He said,
You being a bully? You being a bully?
She was like, wow, wow. And she was like right here.
It was Tony Romo and Cowboys suck and
Yeah.
But you at a Cowboy game?
Well, you know, they mix everybody in.
Oh.
You know, they mix everybody in. And then the thing is, our seats were like $150 seats. And I'm like, that's expensive to be sitting up here in the sky. And then you in my ear too? Girl, you fit to shut up. And I mean rat now. Rat now, because baby. And then I realized Brian was like, do you want me to go buy you some binoculars? I'm like, no. Who watches a football game through binoculars?
everybody.
Everybody, because you can't see shit. You can't see nothing. And then they have all these commercials going on this big screen now. Drive responsible. But
They
you-
serve alcohol.
but you got a gazillion booths of alcohol. You got all, and not to mention, you got all the tailgaters out there selling stuff. I'll never go back to a pro game. That no. That's a waste of money. If you're not sitting down there
Well,
on the
only time I used to go to
field,
pro
that's a waste of money.
was when we had our booth. You know, we had a stand at Cowboy Stadium. So we used to go and we watch games, we watch concerts, Monster Jam.
There are a lot of them people you learn, they just there
Soccer
sitting in the parking
games.
lot to say they were there. That's what I saw anyway. But yeah, I'm trying my best to get these people to pop up there. And I'm not understanding.
So that's because you need to play with this thing to figure out how to get this stuff done.
Well, I didn't have to play with it when it was Shannon Sharp. I uploaded Shannon Sharp and I put Shannon Sharp in there.
And boom,
And at
it was there.
first, I had to learn to get Shannon Sharp to show his face because it was just his chest.
Oh yeah, you told me that.
Yeah. It was just showing his chest, so I kept having to delete him. But I didn't have to do anything for these fellas.
Well, you should have known then it wasn't gonna come up and act right.
Yeah. Well, anyhow, the other fellas that all receive prank calls, who we have right here, because, oh gosh, it's irritating me. Let me see.
Oh wait, is that a picture coming up?
Nope. Let me see if I put that down.
Nope.
Okay, nope. Trash.
Nope.
I'm sorry, y'all. Every time I get on here,
It's something.
that's just me.
It's something else every time you get on there. I'm gonna call you can't get right.
I done already gave myself a hot mess. So, I mean,
No, can't get right.
I tried. I really do be trying really hard.
You remember can't get right? On
I'm the pappy.
Oh.
Life.
Oh, man.
You know what? I see Honor doing that.
You know I'm tired. Look at her.
See, they can't really see my tiredness because I'm shaded.
I got one eye over here that says go to sleep, and the other eye is all plumped up and healthy looking.
But that's called life. Lifening. Not lifing, but lifening.
Okay, well, I can't show y'all, but okay, so we have Shadir Sanders, who was ultimately drafted by the Browns. And then you have uh, Tyler Warren, who is a white male.
So
Okay.
wait. These are all people that also receive prank calls, or just people that were drafted.
Mhm.
Okay.
He was drafted by the Indianapolis Colts. He played for Penn State. Okay, and then you have who is that? Chase Lunt, and I hope I said his name right. If not, I apologize, but I'm only human. Um,
It's only
We need to keep stuff over.
he get on my nerves. Okay, so anyway, Chase Lunt, he is a football player, a white male as well, and he was drafted by Buffalo, I think. Yeah, Buffalo Bills. And then you got now Kyle's last name is another one. So if I say it wrong, I
What's his last
apologize.
name, Dorothea?
I don't know if his name is Kyle McCord or is it McCord. I'm gonna say McCord.
What is it? MCC?
Mm-hmm.
McCord.
So yes, he is also a white male. And Kyle was who was Kyle drafted by? The Eagles. He was drafted by the Eagles. And these young men, they all received prank calls. And if I'm not mistaken, I want to say it's between Tyler and Chase that received multiple prank calls.
Oh wow. So are they saying it's by the same individual?
Well, it is rumored to be by the same, but I don't think it was by the same. Now
But who would
he
take
could
time?
he could have went through there and made the calls, and then somebody else also followed suit. But some of these people, prank calls went live on like TikTok and stuff like that. So that public humiliation.
But why would somebody want to take time out of their day to interrupt somebody's celebratory moment like that? Are you just that miserable that you want to take away from somebody's day?
Now that young man, if I'm not mistaken, he plays football. So what happens when it's your turn?
Oh baby, I'm a rewind. Skirt. Oh, you did this and this happened and nothing. Okay. You're not a fit for my team.
Yeah.
Because now you're going to feel entitled.
No, he already feels entitled. That's why he's doing it.
yeah.
And he's not reaping any repercussions behind it. No consequences is being brought. Making someone apologize is not an apology.
It's not, because had
Because if
someone
you
not
are
told
sorry,
you to do it, you wouldn't have done it.
and you have a lot of people that's taking lightly of it. But and this is black and whites. What if this was your child's moment? You always have to put yourself in their shoes. You can't always stay on the outside looking in. Everything is not a joke. Everything is not funny. Everything should not be taken lightly. And that was not a funny moment, because what if that happened to your child?
And again, it goes back to the dad. You don't leave information to where anybody can get to it.
Yeah, especially being in the position he's in, where he has access to players and everything like that. There are managers, everything, where they live, so that they can try to, draft and all this kind of stuff. Like,
It's my personal opinion that
He should be fine.
he should be
Definitely.
fined and he should be demoted.
Yeah, he should. Yeah,
He should feel, because who's to say that he didn't play a part in it?
exactly. Like to get on there and downplay his role by saying, "Oh, he's a family guy. He's an upstanding guy." You don't know that.
That's the first thing that they always
Just
do.
because he took some family photos with his wife with the fake smile don't mean that he's a family guy.
That's the first thing they always do.
And how's
just
he a
like
family
the-
guy and he's
I
a
mean,
full-time
not-
professional coach? He ain't even got time for his family.
Not to
hardly.
change the subject, but that's the same thing they did with no, that's the same thing they did with the case with Carmelo and the Jordan. What's his name? Jordan? No, Austin.
Yeah,
They
Austin
made him seem like
Metcalf.
he was such a good guy that got killed.
Yeah,
But no,
but when you see that story hushed down real quick, once the
No,
truth started
he was
coming
full of
out.
he was. You know what? I'm not even gonna hash it back up. But you see, they did the same thing with that. So who's to say he is that family guy just because he's a coach?
Yeah.
So what?
That man ain't no family guy. He don't even hardly have time for his family because he's a football coach. And that's just truth be told. When the wives of football coaches, you have to be a strong, independent woman because your husband is not going to hardly be there. And that is the truth. So, and that's going from like definitely high school moving forward. So,
And if he's not going to be there, I mean, college is more demanding than high school.
well, I'm just saying the busy life
Yeah.
that these kids draw from your coach, from your husband that is their coach. Their life spans outside of just football because your husband also has to be a father to these men.
Yeah.
You know,
Especially the freshmen.
they have to be an emergency contact to these men. They have to be psychiatrists to these men. They have to be a lot to these young men. So he don't have a whole lot of time to put into his family because he's being a family man to other young men. That's what he signed up for. So as a wife, you have to be a independent, strong wife. But yeah, I can't say that it was race driven. But some kids definitely thought it was funny to play with the livelihood of some men that was really like they really hoping to get picked by specific teams. Everybody has that dream team that they always want to play for. And then you kind of set that depression in, that letdown, if they get that prank call from that said team that really was not the team. You know, you can see the excitement on Shadir's face. So maybe that was one of his options that he really was considering would call him.
That he was acting like he was from.
Steelers, I believe.
I thought it was the New Orleans Saints.
Well, you know what?
Everybody was talking about the Saints because the Saints picked up that boy from South Carolina, and when they showed his replay, they was like, "Ain't no way he should have been picked before." And if you see his gameplay, he shouldn't have been picked before Shadur.
I mean, I
He
could be
was-
wrong.
he
It
was
might not
horrible.
have even been the Steelers. The Steelers could just be the name that stuck in my head, that stuck at the forefront of things. But regardless of the team, he was excited to hear from that said fake team. So they were an option for him that he would have loved to play for. Of course, you're going to be excited to go to any team.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? But everybody's like, oh, the letdown would have been not getting picked at all. Yeah, definitely. That young man should not have to downplay his excitement because he has worked hard to get to be that excited. What's he humbling himself for? He's always appreciative. He's always thankful. Is he flamboyant? Yes, but he was raised to be flamboyant.
Look at his daddy.
His daddy didn't give him that life, but the flamboyance comes with the life that he has. His daddy was a showboater.
Yes, he was.
You know what I'm saying? So, and he looks just like his daddy. He clearly idolizes and respects his father. So why wouldn't he feel like he would not want to follow in Deion's footsteps? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, especially if he has the talent.
And
he's gonna follow, and like you said, follow in his father's footsteps. So
Yeah.
he's gonna do what his daddy did.
and it's just sad that you had two brothers, two sons that were in the draft. And because of all the mistreatment that Shadur had to receive to be made an example of, basically, is what they did. It took away from the other brother that also got drafted.
Wait, he had two sons that got drafted? No, I didn't know that.
He had two sons that got drafted.
I guess that's why I didn't know
Saul
that.
went to Tampa Bay.
So, yeah. And that's congratulations to the Sanders. Because regardless of how y'all feel about Deion, that man is bad.
Yep.
And he made sure his boys was given a chance, got the chance, and now they are in it. Now it's up to them to stay.
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
He just laid down the foundation. They had to put in the work. So, and I am proud of the Sanders family. Y'all can hate on Deion all day long. Of course, that man at some point will want to coach pro, as he should. And for everybody to sit there and punish this young man because of his daddy's ambitions is hella wrong. Oh, he needs to humble himself. Why? Now, yes, it becomes a black and white thing because y'all comparing them to the Mannings. But stop, because they are not the Mannings. They are the Sanders. They are the Sanders. And yeah, everybody wants to set their kids up for generational wealth.
Of course, who doesn't?
You know, everybody wants to make sure that their kids don't go to a trashy team where that they're not going to get any growth out of playing. But at the end of the day, if that's the only team that's picking your son, it's up to your son to make that team.
And then,
Not just be on it, but to make it a team.
and
'Cause you never
then he can get picked up by another team.
Because Shadur, now I'm not understanding why the Browns drafted 2 quarterbacks. And they already got 2 quarterbacks. So my fear for Shadur is that they're not going to utilize him like they need to.
Or they could be getting ready to get rid of some.
Well, you got those that they need to retire.
Well,
They need to put an age cap on some of these professional players so that you can let more.
He's pretty close to retirement.
He been close. He been there. Not close. He been there.
Oh yeah, because he used to play for Baltimore when Baltimore went to the Super Bowl.
I'm saying in football, so that these men don't have to deal with the lifespan of injuries that they have to deal with after they do retire. Football for sure. I feel like y'all need to give those young men a 15-year max, and then they retire. 20s at the most. But basketball, after 20 years, out. Get y'all out. Because there are a lot of kids that have dreams, and because you got
I don't even know.
40-some-year-old men still playing.
Well, I don't know, because a lot of people don't realize they have a lot of injuries in basketball.
I know that, and they're playing because
I think
they don't
have
do
more
well with
injuries in basketball than they do football.
Well,
But they just don't realize
it's
it.
the head injuries, the neck injuries that football mostly deal with.
Yeah, but I think they minimalize the injuries in basketball.
And you got that
They do what?
full on body.
They minimalize it.
They minimize it.
Yeah, they minimalize the injuries in basketball.
Not minimize it.
They minimalize.
Minimal.
I said what I said. They minimalize.
He messing with us.
I'm tired.
That's what I'm saying.
I am
Yeah.
tired.
Y'all got excuses. Listen, I done closed out my little comments and everything.
I'm not tired. I'm tired.
Tired,
My eyes are dry.
Oh man.
They minimalize.
Yeah, we got 4
Not
comments.
minimize. Sheesh. I'm tired.
Okay, so Antoinette said, yep, they are that miserable. Yeah, people are that miserable. They messing with these kids. These are kids still. Yes, they are grown. And Shadur can handle himself. You know what I'm saying? But leave these people alone. She said his dad was a general manager. How did he get his number? Yes.
They said that
And
he left the laptop open and
yes, it was from the Atlanta Falcons
Mhm.
head football coach son.
Mhm.
So I feel like if you're not gonna,
he said he left his laptop open
everybody knows you don't leave your stuff open.
and he was a defensive coordinator. He wasn't a head coach.
Well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
You need to. He should be fined and demoted.
No. I don't. Let me explain these laptops. Okay, and all y'all know better. Okay. How long ago was it when you left your laptop open and then your son and his friends showed up, went into your office, got comfortable, joked around making these phone calls, and decided to go into your laptop that was open, unlocked? That means that it was active. So
Wait a minute, but what? Hold on, back up.
my
Back up.
laptop would have been done shut down.
I was just about to say that. How long did you leave out of the office?
That's what I'm saying.
After like 2 minutes, mine shuts down.
Mine shuts down. So what's this time frame that we have right here that he's saying that he accidentally left it open? Did your son walk into your office after you, and why was he in there?
Or was
Why
he in
is
there while you were in there and you left out?
And you left out that
I
way.
got questions. Got questions.
Yeah, somebody
Is lying.
is lying,
Like
or-
I said.
or everybody.
Or was he in on it?
Yes, he was in on it because my laptop don't stay open the entire time. My tablet don't stay open. My phone don't, and my computer don't. They all shut down.
And if it's a business laptop, you're not going to have your settings to where it's active all the time.
Because even in the settings, you can have it to where that your laptops or your computers can stay up for, I think the max might be an hour, right, without
Well,
the shutdown.
But why
But
would you
if
want to?
you in that position,
Exactly.
why
you-
would you
And
leave
you
it
have
open?
confidential information.
You would automatically have that set. Like all my stuff is set for 5 minutes. My phone is set for seconds. So why would you leave that stuff open? And you know you're constantly gonna walk away from it.
Mhm.
So just imagine being a
Like I
football coach
said.
and you got your computer open and you out there on the field and it's open and you got people coming all up in the field getting into stuff.
Like I said,
So he
or
lying.
was he in on it?
He lying. So we gonna put that out
I
there.
need to
He
be
is
a
lying.
private eye.
Because them kids were very comfortable sitting up in that office.
I think I need to take some classes.
Yeah, they were very comfortable sitting up in that office. And that took some time for them to get that comfortable.
Yep.
And it took some time for him to access that list.
I think I done found my
So-
new job.
So how did you just sit there and have that list just sitting on the computer? And for what?
Or did he give him the information to get into his computer?
Baby, that's his son. His son doesn't access his daddy's computer. He has the password, the code, whatever. He has it. That's his daddy. He has it.
Mm-hmm. He knew what he
He
was going
has
to do. He was in on it.
Shadur, change your number, baby.
Well, he only had that phone
Just for that.
Okay.
Oh, I got a headache. I'm hungry.
Yeah. So yeah, that's crazy. Because you had these 4 young men.
You trying to
No, I'm just maybe that I'm
Me.
tired.
Somebody trying to pass in.
Look, if I say I want to leave, I'll be like, all right, peace out. Holler at y'all Thursday. I'm out. I ain't passing no hits. I'm just saying I need to get me something to eat on my way home. I'll probably get a kid's meal from Burger King.
No, I ate Panda.
That sounds about right. You about the size of one. Kid probably bigger than you.
Tell Anna come pick her up.
Some beef and broccoli do sound good.
Yeah, I had Panda.
Ooh, some orange chicken.
That's what I had, orange chicken. I still haven't even made my egg roll.
I don't like egg rolls.
I have to eat my egg roll.
I'm picky.
But yes, if y'all just not jumping on this feed, I was talking about the drama that's in that's behind the NFL draft, and the consequences. What are the consequences behind this?
Nothing.
Because right now I'm not seeing none. I'm not seeing none, and I don't understand all these people that are clearly the descendants of Cain. Why y'all got all this mindset up here that like everybody's overreacting? Oh, why y'all? It's because he was black. Oh, it's because of this and this and that. And that. Listen, listen, listen.
I don't know what's gonna come out of your mouth.
I just feel like they so full of hatred. That's why I compared them to that. Y'all full of hatred, and it don't make no sense. No sense. Why y'all got so much hate for this young man, and he needs to humble himself. He wears too much gold. Listen, all the BS y'all buy, leave that young man alone. He worked hard for his money. His money was not just dropped in his lap. And being a kid, he ain't buying no house, so what he gonna spend it on? A car. Even his daddy didn't want him to have that car. You know what I'm saying? When he spent all that money on that nice car. Well, what else is he gonna blow it on? A girl? Then he'd have been judged for that. Look at how y'all did. What was the young man that with the girlfriend that said she really wasn't into him? There are a lot of girls out here that wasn't really into their man when they first met him. And then once they got to know him, then they became interested. Okay, and there are a lot of women that are married into these marriages that they don't love their husbands.
What this for, man?
She said what she said.
Trying to say.
But they're forced into these marriages.
It's a little late for that. Yo, 20 plus years in.
I'm not even gonna entertain him because I'm too sleepy to. But y'all, listen, y'all go ahead, and I just learned that I'm supposed to be soliciting myself on my own page at the beginning.
Oh well, it's
But
at the end.
listen, give it to them. Look, is it gonna happen?
Maybe. Wait, was it because it was? Wait. Let's do it again.
Oh, I got the little thing.
Do it again. Was it because it was with 3 thumbs? Okay, that's
Okay, that's 1,
Go away.
2. Okay, it's only picking up 2. Okay, 3.
Oh,
Nothing.
okay.
Y'all, we're trying.
Is it us or somebody else? I want to know.
Okay, so it came with the things. What did we do that time when the balloons came?
I don't remember, but I know we did the heart. We confusing the thing now.
Oh. Well, we know. Okay, so
Well,
we know
my
it does the
heart
heart.
don't work.
Is this? Can
Is
it
it
see you?
Oh, maybe because it can't see me. Oh, well, shit, maybe my heart just flicked it.
Well, what gave us the balloons?
I don't remember.
Y'all, we just be on here trying to learn all these little different little hand movements that give us stuff. Because when we act a certain way, stuff be popping up. And then we don't even realize what activated it. They had to put it right on my face.
Maybe that wasn't me.
That's you.
Oh, okay. Well, why is it going over there?
I mean, when I did mine, it was. Oh.
Okay, I guess we need to stop giving ourselves thumbs up.
No, give up all the thumbs up.
The hell.
Well, y'all, we're going to be back on here for Freestyle Thursday. And I didn't go through no cards last time, so I'll do one. Monica can do one.
Them nasty cards.
Yep. If you're feeling kinky and want to be freaky, on this Hot Topic Tuesday?
Love list.
Loving list.
I'll go first. Get my card out the way.
Okay.
Number 1. This is 1 through 4, y'all. Number 1, masturbate together. Don't you say nothing. Watch how your partner pleasures him or herself. No sex. Oh, this is number 2. No sex allowed. Spend the night petting only. That's a tease. Anyway, number 3. Get in your car and go find a secluded spot to neck and pet and have some backseat sex. Kids had to write these cards.
What's some neck and peck?
Neck and pet. Neck and pet.
Neck and pet. Okay.
Number 4. Wait until the neighbors are asleep and sneak out to have sex in the backyard or on the balcony. What the hell?
First of all, if you're gonna be that bold, what you waiting on them to go to sleep for?
No, for real. Okay, well, I ain't gonna lie. I've done number 4.
I've read about number 4. Okay, so well, here's my first one. Remove your top and play with your bare nipples. I'm like you. What is it with these nipples? Like
Kids wrote these cards. They had them to write them down, put them in the little thing, and then they just wrote them out. Number 4.
this sounds like a flying solo kind of sex act right here on this card. And then it says player's choice. Do something really nasty. Now,
Wait. Like what?
I have no idea, and I don't even want to know. Because people be doing some nasty shit when they have sex. So, okay, describe the best sex you have ever had.
Some people might get offended.
Like I said, this doesn't sound like you're in a relationship. This sounds like a do
Wait,
this
are
solo.
you describing it to the person that you're about to have sex
It
with?
doesn't. It does not say. Well,
Because you might not be
one of-
talking to that person.
You know, one of my cards, it kept saying, describe to them, all this kind of stuff. And it's like, what if it's not with that person? Why would you want to describe what happened with someone else?
They might get a little upset because you can be describing
And
something
then
and they think it in their head, but
Why?
we didn't do that.
No, if I describe something great with somebody else, but half-assing with you.
Because like I've said many times, different people bring out different things.
The last task, find some body paint or a food that can be used as body paint and decorate your partner's body all over.
Okay. I can do that. I can do that.
I can see that. We're not going to use paint though, but I can see that.
I've even been to parties where people have only worn body paint.
Now I've seen it. It is very interesting.
That was it was a costume party.
Yeah. And they be
they
nude.
only, they
naked,
only had on body paint.
and
we were in Atlanta.
and they hit every crease of that person.
Yeah, shit, they had to, because they didn't have any clothes on. None, nada, not even a thong,
Yeah.
a G-string, nothing.
So, y'all, there y'all have it. That's part of y'all entertainment. We not gonna go. Listen, we don't talk our cards down.
Oh, those are the ones we read.
No, that's what we got left.
What?
Well, I've been going through a bunch of cards.
Okay. I think we should read one of those.
You know what? Since you're here, I want to see what you got to say on something.
Oh, Lord. Y'all, I'm scared. I'm really scared. Because she really looking for this card.
What's the first thing you notice about the opposite sex?
Their teeth.
Did I say that? I might have said their smile. Yeah. Okay. Why you say their teeth? Definitely, but why?
I don't know, because that's the first thing. well, for one, you use it for everything. That's the first thing I noticed. Is their teeth, their mouth. That's the first thing I noticed.
Now I will say, those of you know me know I don't have any teeth. But looking at my teeth, and looking at somebody else's teeth, if I look in your grill and I see it stringy and all ate out and everything, I'm gonna assume you was on meth or whatever. And talking to me would be, well, in a relationship stance, would be a hell to the no.
Well, if they look like that, yeah, it's gonna be a no. But if your teeth are just jacked up to the point where a dentist gonna have to take years, oh, that's a hell to the no.
Yeah.
Now, if you can go to the dentist and get that all
What you say,
fixed up,
Monica?
you knew what I said.
And
if you can go to the dentist and get that fixed, oh yeah, we got a chance.
I mean, everybody can sit and say, "Oh, that's very cliche of you. You don't have any teeth." Well, first of all, for those of you that don't know, I lost my teeth, started losing my teeth as a teenager because I didn't have any calcium. So that is why I do not have teeth. But other people, if you don't have teeth, then I'm assume were you in an accident or were you assaulted that made them fall out, you know. But if you have them all ate out in a way that makes me believe that you were a drug user,
and then it's some people that just don't give a damn. They just
and if it's ate out like that and you don't mind walking around like that, that's fine and dandy. But I'm not gonna be able to do it because it makes me feel like you don't care about your appearance.
And a lot of people don't know that poor oral care affects your heart.
Because even though mine was health related, what happened to me, I suffered. You can ask my spouse. I suffered from self-esteem issues for a couple of years after that. I hated to smile, and I was always a person that had a big, bright smile. So for a long time, I was scared to smile at people because I didn't want people to judge me by my mouth. You know what I'm saying?
I've just never been one to smile. I'm like, people tell me all the time, smile for what?
But then I got to where that there were more people tried to talk to me after I lost my teeth than when I had them. No, don't talk to me because my self-esteem wasn't that low that I didn't feel worthy or anything like that. My self-esteem was me just being subconscious of my public appearance. I always knew and thought I was a beautiful young lady. So my teeth did not define that. It was just being subconscious on making sure I look presentable and professional. Is people going to hire me or not because of it? Stuff like that. That's the only reason why I got these teeth. I only wear these teeth for here. I do not wear my teeth when I eat because I don't want to have to take them out. I used to do that. I used to have to take them out of my mouth because I don't want to eat with them because food get in them. And then you got to go clean them out. I almost lost my teeth because you set them down while you eat and then you forget them.
You did it all the time.
Yep. And who ain't got $5,000 for some more teeth is me. And they say they only will replace them off of my insurance every 5 years.
Oh wow.
That was the price with the insurance.
Shit. I'd be gumming everything.
But I must say, I got some good teeth. They look very natural.
They do.
They don't look like I got them jailhouse teeth. So I will say that. As a matter of fact, I think it's time for me a visit because it's some ones I really want. If y'all want me to do a little topic about my teeth, I have absolutely no problem showing you my teeth and how much they cost per set. These are mine. But I do have a set for the bottom for the 4 or 6 that I'm missing at the bottom.
I thought you were sleeping.
She was trying to find a card for me to answer. Was that the only card?
No.
Oh. Okay.
But if y'all want me to explain and show y'all my teeth, because somebody might be going through that and don't necessarily want to go to affordable dentures to get their teeth, and they might not want teeth that look like they've been donated, then I can show you what I got and where I got mine from. And how, okay, if y'all are interested.
That is another topic.
Because a
Sir,
lot of
did you
people
not
don't know
hear
the
her?
different choices that they can get for their mouth. And I can show you, because what I have for my top and what I have for my bottom are 2 total different kinds. So there you have it. Okay, so your partner doesn't look quite the way they did when you started dating them. How do you hate it? I mean, how do you handle it? I'm sorry.
For the better or for the worse?
It didn't say. They just don't look the
I mean,
same.
it could go either
I'm gonna
way.
say for the worst, because what attracted you to your partner, they now look different.
Okay, so who's to say that I don't look the same to him?
I know I look different.
So I mean, you're gonna change with age. Your body's not gonna stay the same unless you go get it cosmetically corrected. You're gonna go through those changes. So you just have to go with it. I mean, you could. I mean, if there are things that he's doing, whether he's overeating, hell, shit, I've been overeating. If he's overeating, you probably overeating too. You can just do little subtle changes to change the diet. Then y'all can lose weight together. Or if it's ways that he's dressing, ask him to spruce it up a little bit. Change something here, change something there. There are simple little changes that can be made.
Let me tell y'all something about Mr. Wilson that y'all didn't know. Okay, so Mr. Wilson, when we started dating, Mr. Wilson didn't know how to dress. Mr. Wilson, he would come pick me up in his work clothes, and I'm like, "Where you going?" I thought we was going out, and he was like, "Yeah, are you ready?"
In work clothes? Oh no!
Is that what you wearing?
You take me home.
He wasn't dirty or anything, but I knew they were work clothes.
What? What was wrong with my work clothes?
You worked in them.
She talking about we went on a date?
I had to take Mr. Wilson to the mall.
That's all I did. I just worked, so that's all I had.
And buy Mr. Wilson some clothes. And then once he learned how to dress, then that's all we did. Every time we got paid, but we didn't shop down here. We'd go to Dallas.
You can't shop down here. You gonna see your twin everywhere you go.
It ain't that funny.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, he'll show up in them Lowe's clothes.
Oh no! Oh nope. Nope. It would have been take me home. Take me home. I don't care. Take me home. We ain't even going on a date no more. Take me home. I don't care. You working at Lowe's? Are you coming to pick me up and go on a date? Oh no. Date cancel. Cancel.
It's like he always wore oversized shirts and oversized pants. So he was
And that's hell no. Take me home. We ain't even going to the mall. We can try again next week.
Oh yeah, it is.
Yep.
Oh man. Have you ever had a one night stand? If so, would you have one again?
Yes, I have had a one night stand, and no, I would not. But I do know the person I had a one night stand with.
Okay.
I hope so.
No, because a lot of one night stands, you don't know them. It's just a sexual attraction.
Was it worth it? Yes, it was.
Okay, if I interviewed your exes, yeah, what would they say about you?
I should have never let her go.
Get on my nerve. Oh Oh Lord, he get on my everlasting nerve. Okay, so I did want to circle back to this question because I think I misinterpreted this card.
You
Okay.
misinterpreted.
You know what?
I'm like, okay. So this card says, what's your view on gender roles in a relationship? Now I believe I answered this question rightfully
Wait, but
so.
let me answer
but-
mine.
No, you can answer yours because I know you're gonna answer it right. I answered it rightfully so, but incorrectly. Okay, so
My
you go.
viewpoint on it is there are none.
Okay,
There are none. He can get in the kitchen and clean. He can,
there
get,
you
he
go.
can cook. He can fold clothes. He can wash clothes. He can sweep the floor. He can mop. And guess what? So can I.
Yes,
There are
That's-
no gender
and,
roles
you know,
in my household.
I answered it rightfully so,
Yeah, right, can't cook.
but I did not answer it correctly because I did not interpret them saying in a relationship.
Oh. And that's why I taught my boys.
Yeah,
how
I
to
wasn't.
cook.
I didn't
'Cause
separate it
That
into
was
a
the
relationship.
first thing I told them is there is nothing better than a man that knows how to cook.
I done told my kids, if you don't do it, it is not going to get done.
Don't run that ketchup over
If you don't get up there and do it,
that I threw at your neck.
if you don't get up there and do it, then it is not going to be done.
Thank you.
Mitch, my eyes is burning.
Well, quit cooking.
Well, when you in the kitchen.
Okay, that I guess that was all. But yeah, I went through quite a few cards. 'Cause I know I was just, you know how you just grab some cards,
And you just kept
and
going.
I just kept going
kept
for
going.
all the cards that was in
I
my
see
hand.
that deck is pretty thick, but this one over here is pretty thin.
Yeah. But guess what though? I will say that I have
What would you say, Mitch?
enjoyed.
What would you say?
I have enjoyed going through these cards
How you know?
Well, that's good.
simply because they are
Enlightening.
conversation grabbers.
Well,
And so I'm gonna buy another deck of conversation game cards.
Mitch, I tried to get you to do some of that stuff and you wouldn't do it.
No, you talked me into getting these freaky deaky cards, and I wouldn't do it.
the cards written by children.
But yes, I am going to get some more conversation cards. They, of course, they're not tonight's conversation, but they are conversation game cards because they are attention grabbers, conversation grabbers.
Real
You know.
good conversation. How about that?
I'd like to see that.
Me too. Y'all,
Stand up, Mitch. Come here.
other than that, like I said, we're gonna be back here on Freestyle Thursday, and again on Relationship Saturday, and I'm supposed to solicit myself all throughout my talking, but y'all get the gist. I know. Thumbs up, subscribe, like, share,
Took forever.
comment,
My thumb is not that small.
all of those things.
I think you got them all.
All of those things. And we will see y'all here next time. Have fun like we have fun. He don't know it yet, but he finna have to shut down shop over there. Cause I am sleepy. I got one side over here that's awake and the other side is ready to lay down.
Now it's
Yeah. I'm sleeping myself.
say goodbye to all
Well, say it
our
now.
loved ones.
Bye y'all. Thank y'all for coming on.
Dang.
Ignore it.
Bye, bye, bye. Maybe we should take it slow. I don't feel too comfortable jumping into something new right now.